What is up? It is Jordan from My 9 to 5 helping you say goodbye to your 9 to 5, and today I will be discussing making money on YouTube without making videos. Is it a scam? Alright, I've seen a couple of videos pop up here in the last couple of weeks talking about how it's a scam, and so I want to go in and I want to discuss my own take on it and kind of talk about the points that they have made, and I thought that would be a good thing to do because some of you guys probably have these same exact questions, and so at the same time I'm able to cover those questions as well. And so the number one thing that is brought up is that there was one of these guys who had said that he had some videos that had made millions of views, and he barely made any money off of it. That was his number one thing that he said, is that basically the numbers have been exaggerated and you don't make anywhere close to what he said. And I have discussed this in the past, and I will bring it up again. It depends exactly on how many ads you put on your video, okay? So if one guy has a video with 1 million views on it, okay, but he only has one ad, keep in mind, to get paid with ads, you have to click the ad, and then whoever clicks the ad, you get paid around 3 cents based on whatever your CPM is. One of the lower ones is 3 cents. And so for sure, somewhere around 2.5, 3 cents you're going to get for every single ad click. Do you think that you get more ad clicks with one ad, or do you get more ad clicks with 7 or 8 ads? Okay, I'm sure you guys have seen videos that have just one ad, videos that have 3 or 4, videos that have 8, okay? So what I do in my method and what I teach my students is to put an ad every 1.5 or 2 minutes, okay? Depending on the video, people will still watch it. If it's a video that you can find all over the place, then no, they might not watch it. They might click off and find a different one that has less ads. But if it's a video that you really like, that you really want to see, and that you can't find anywhere else, you will skip through the ads to keep watching. Especially because a lot of the ads aren't the video ads that pop up. Usually they're just the little ones at the bottom that you click the X, and it's not that big of a deal. You can leave those there, or you can click X on it really fast, and it doesn't really harm your viewing experience. Only about maybe 2 or 3 of those end up being the actual 5-second skip ads. And, you know, everyone's used to those, so it's not a big deal. But, okay, if you have 1 million views and you only have one ad, well, then they're only getting shown one ad. If you have 8, 9 ads on each video, then that million views is going to make you 8 or 9 times the amount of money, because you have an 8 or 9 time more chance of them clicking an ad. Whether that's on accident because they were trying to click the X, whether finally out of one of the ads something was interesting enough for them to actually want to click it, something like that. But the people who are saying they're not making any money on 1 million views, that's because they only have one ad, okay, at the beginning, and that's it, you know. So if you put 8 or 9, you know, I guarantee you would have made at least 5 times the amount of money that you made on that video. Second thing that's being brought up is that they don't want duplicate content. And while it's true, YouTube does not want duplicate content, the thing is, I teach in my course how to edit your videos. I don't just take a video and then repost it. I do editing to the video. I do a decent amount of editing. It's not hard to do. It takes maybe 10 minutes to do. And for the payoff that you get, the fact that I'm making like as much as some like freaking CEOs, maybe not CEOs, but at least VPs of big companies, I'm making that much, and that's all I'm doing. Like, okay, and so, you know, to edit a video for 10 or 15 minutes is really not a big deal. And obviously, you know, my channels have lasted a long time now because I know how to edit it properly. And so I teach my students how to edit videos properly. Now, it's not duplicate if you are editing the videos, okay? And a lot of the times the YouTube is just bots that go through and check for duplication. And of course, if it's completely duplicated, the entire thing is duplicated and there's no editing, then yeah, you may get hit with demonetization on that video, and if that continues, maybe your whole channel. But that won't happen if you edit the videos the way that I teach you guys how to edit videos. And that's why my course is important. That's why if you guys have probably tried this on your own, you probably weren't successful with it, because there are editing that you need to do to make it successful for you. Okay? And so that's why my course is so important, because it teaches you how to keep your channel alive the way that I've been able to keep my channel channel is alive, and the way some of my students who are really following the course to a T, the way I tell you to do it, are being successful with this course. And then the third thing that he had discussed in this particular video was that you probably won't even pass the review if you get 1,000 subs and you get 4,000 watch hours. You probably won't even pass the review if you're using reused content. Well, in my course, I teach you how to get monetized where you don't even have to worry about it, okay? So what I teach in the course is not to use duplicated content to go to the review, okay? For this method, you make one video that's an hour long, and I tell you exactly how to do it, and it's really easy to do, and it's fully monetizable video. And then you do what you need to do, you get the subscribers, you get the watch hours, and it takes no work on your part at all whatsoever. And then you end up going to the review and you pass it easily because it's a totally monetizable video, okay? And this has worked for at least 100 of my students, okay? If you purchase the course and you get into the Facebook group, you will see at least 100 students, and I show you guys on some of my other channels some of the students doing this and reporting that they're getting accepted with monetization. But it's really easy to do. It takes almost no work on your part. It's 1 hour video. It's one video and that's it. And then you will pass the review, you will get the watch time, you will get the subscribers, and you will pass the review. A lot of my students have been able to pass review in about 4 days, okay? And so I have at least 100 students who have used these methods to get monetized, okay? And I just got a 4th channel monetized myself as well using these same tactics, okay? It's really easy to do, and so, you know, the guy's saying, oh, you won't get past the review. Well, if you did use duplicated content only and you didn't edit it at all, and you didn't do the methods that I teach in the course, then yeah, he's probably right. You probably won't pass the review. Luckily, part of the course that I teach that nobody else is talking about, that no one else is teaching, people don't even want you to know that there's a review you have to pass because they just want you to buy their course. I go through in the course the steps you need to take to actually be successful. Like I said, I redid my entire course in the beginning of 2019 to tell you guys exactly how to get through the monetization review process very quickly, like with almost no work on your part whatsoever. So that has been addressed as well. And the other thing I heard was from a different video, and this guy was saying it's kind of sketchy to use especially the license of Creative Commons because you're not exactly sure if they're the ones who posted the video. Now this comes down to common sense because as he showed in the video, anybody can post a video as Creative Commons. So you could steal a video from ESPN's YouTube channel and then you could post it again as Creative Commons. Then someone else might come, grab the video thinking it's Creative Commons and use it. Well, this is where, first of all, common sense comes into play because you can tell the difference between a video that somebody made and a video that someone stole and then uploaded as Creative Commons. If you see a video that's like ESPN quality, you probably know it wasn't actually a Creative Commons video. This is another thing that I address in my course, which is why my course is important to have because it addresses these common pitfalls that you won't know unless you take my course. If you take someone else's, you're not going to learn these things because they don't even do the things that they're teaching the way that I do. This is why my course is so valuable for you guys. This is stuff you wouldn't even know if you don't take the course. But I teach you how to actually go into the channels, look at the video before you post it, and make sure that the person who uploaded that video is the person who actually owns the rights to the video to even put it as Creative Commons. So again, every single video or every single argument I have seen by people saying that this method is a scam, my course actually addresses every single one of those arguments and beats it and has an answer for it already. It's just a lot of you guys don't even know that the answers are in the course because you don't have the course. But for the 4,500 or whatever students who do have it, you understand that those other videos that are talking about why this doesn't work is actually addressed in my course, and I actually tell you how it does work. But I wanted to make this video to tell you guys again, for those of you who did see that video and still are on the fence about the whole thing, I wanted to give some arguments for why this does work. Okay, I have now made over $500,000 on YouTube by downloading and reposting videos and doing a slight bit of editing to it. And that's all I have done, and it's worked very, very well for me. And a lot of my other students. And so is it a scam? Absolutely not. No, it's not. And what I've noticed is that the trend was First, I was making videos about this, and then the trend became everybody makes videos about how to make money on YouTube without making videos. Then what always happens on YouTube is once there's something popular, somebody comes along and starts making videos of why it sucks, why it doesn't work, why it's not profitable, whatever. Same thing happens with popular YouTube channels. Somebody else will come up and be like, oh, this guy sucks. Let's talk about why this guy sucks. So that's kind of the next trend that's going on now. So now we have a couple guys who are trying to stick out and be like, oh, this doesn't work because, and then they're trying to get their own views the same exact way, which is smart on their part. It makes sense, but so that's one of the reasons that some of these videos are coming out, and some of their points seem valid until you actually take my course or, watch this video right here where I actually explain to you why their arguments aren't valid the way that they said that they were. But again, this is stuff you're not going to get unless you're in my course or, in my Facebook group and things like that, because these things are addressed in detail because, as I said, I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years now and making a ton of money doing it, and it's basically my livelihood. So, of course, I'm always keeping up to date on all of those things so that I'm always prepared so that I can't ever get my business taken away from me, okay? So, I have been through all the trials and errors and, I have done all the mistakes so that you guys don't have to, and so I relay all of my knowledge in that course. I think the two combined are over 12 hours of content. So I give you guys all the updates, everything that I've been through all the changes YouTube's made, and I've found a way to get through all of it legally and, successfully. So hopefully this helps you out. If you guys did see any of those videos, I hope this helps you out. It's definitely not a scam. I hope you guys jump into it. As I showed you in my last video, I